What's up, guys? This is Chris, and this is my channel, Barnon11970. Thank you, as always, for checking out my video. This is an important one I want you guys to watch. And for those of you who do care about getting information out, I'm going to ask you if you could share this, make your own videos, like it, subscribe for it. But pay attention to this, because this is really interesting. And I don't mean that in any good sense of the word. I saw on my Facebook page, and this is why I tell people, if you don't like Facebook, you should really join it anyway, for the sole purpose of, if you gather people with truthful information, you'll get amazing information from people all over that you probably wouldn't have been able to get elsewhere. So I know people talk about the whole spying thing. Well, we know the NSA spies on everybody anyway. Stop living in fear. Excuse me, fear equals control. But with that being said, the anonymous group posted the entire day's worth of dispatches going on the day of the shooting of Mike Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. Now, I've already posted a video about this, about how back in late July, I posted a video, or the beginning of August, I'm not sure, but there was a Craigslist ad looking for crisis actors for an event where they needed people to go for this training between August 3rd and August 6th, located in Kansas. Well, Missouri is the state next door. So I'm not saying that's exactly why, but it is a possibility, and it's within driving range. So this is something where people can really have this quote-unquote training for another crisis event, another false flag event, and just go right there. Now, one of the things people said is they heard, one of my subscribers said they heard the chief of police say that there was a lot of outsiders that were in this, that they didn't recognize, that aren't part of this community. Now, there's an interesting thing, and I'm going to post the video in the link in the description below so you could verify this yourself. It's an hour and 50-minute long video, but if you start it at around 11 minutes and 25 seconds into the video, they say something very interesting. And I want you to pay attention to this. You're basically hearing a police dispatcher, and they're going back and forth. So the first 11 minutes or so is just stuff that has nothing to do with this. So if you skip to about 11:25 to 11:28, somewhere around there, you're going to hear the following thing. They talk about, all of a sudden, the dispatcher talks about getting an announcement of a shooting, a cop shooting in Ferguson. Now, she says that she heard it on the news. So they didn't get this from the policemen themselves. They heard it from the news media. And then you'll hear her say, Ferguson does not know about the shooting. In other words, what they're saying is the police department in Ferguson did not report it or was not even aware of it. Now, I'm not a police officer, so I don't know what the protocol is supposed to be, but I've always thought, and if there's a police officer out there that can verify this, or somebody that's been in the police force, if they can verify this, if there's a shooting, they have to be reporting it. So this woman, this dispatcher for the police, heard this shooting in Ferguson on the news. How many times have I told people about false flag events, propaganda, television? And the Ferguson Police Department was not aware of it. Does that mean that that was a cop? Could have been. Does that mean that could have been somebody dressed in a cop's uniform? Possibility. This is the stuff we need to really start paying attention to, guys, because this is happening more and more frequently. And if people leave this stuff and they don't pay attention to it and they think it's no big deal and they keep talking about Miley Cyrus and all these other different events that mean absolutely nothing, people taking selfies every 5 minutes, if you concentrate on things that aren't important, eventually this is going to come to a town near you. This is something we need to pay attention to. I've already made a video back in July about the other crisis actor event that they posted in Craigslist looking for people on around 4th of July for Houston. And there was a shooting in Houston less than a week after that supposed time. Now, this one isn't in the exact state that they said where they were looking for the crisis actors, but it's within a driving range. So it's not like they were hiring people for California and an event happens in New York. That would make it a lot more difficult. So you're talking, what, a couple of hours drive at best? And how easily it would be to infiltrate this and cause a scene where they get people, because I always say they use your emotions against you, and they use poor areas. You never see this stuff in very wealthy areas, because they know that very poor people, very suppressed people are going to be almost like time bombs waiting to explode, and all they need is a trigger. And they know how to use people's emotions against them. We need to be better than this. You check out that audio, listen to it, and see for yourself that there's something here that's not right. And the government's not going to talk about it. The president's definitely not going to acknowledge it. The police aren't going to acknowledge it. The media isn't going to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge it. I can't do it without you guys. So if you want to make your own videos, please, if you want to copy mine and paste it on your channel, as long as you're not changing it at all, you have my permission to do so. The easiest way is to just like or share mine, but it's not about mine. Get this information out, listen to that audio, and see for yourself. It's live reports as it's happening, or as it did happen, where they're saying they heard the information about the shooting on the news. Television. Maybe one day people will get it. Things are not what they seem, and if you want to listen to the mainstream media, you're being lied to. Peace.